Conversations. My name is Olga Nesterova. I'm the founder of Onest TV Network, Onest Media, and also, if you may have heard, the Artists for Justice nonprofit initiative. And so today, this is our very first episode live on Instagram of the Onest Conversations. So, of course, it plays off our name, Onest TV Network, but today I want to talk about the mindset, about changing your mindset, about successful rebranding of either yourself, your brand, or your business. So, and why I wanted to talk about it and what actually qualifies me to talk about it is because I will relate everything to my own personal journey and also what I learned at different stages of my journey, my professional journey, my personal journey, and also how it actually all ties together. Because if you look in the hindsight and retrospect to everything you've done, it may be very different things. You know, you perhaps had one profession, then switched, and then you had pursued different interests, and then in the retrospect you think, it actually all ties up together. And by every change and with every change, you perhaps learn something new. Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much for joining. This account is always one person, two people. So, and I'm very nervous, I have to tell you, because one thing is to, and it's funny because we pre-record a lot of things and I host a lot of live things on Onest TV as well. But one thing is if you are on television and you kind of have the whole setting, and Instagram Live somehow brings me anxiety. I don't know why, but if you are joining here, I'm very grateful for you to watch this. And of course, this will be available on our YouTube and podcast and replay on Instagram. So I'm going to throw it everywhere and see where people consume it the most. So today's the very first Honest Conversations is about rebranding yourself. So why would you do that? For instance, you have been a doctor or a lawyer and now you want to open your business. Or perhaps you had your business and now you want to pursue a different career. Or perhaps you are an actor who, hi darling, hi. Or perhaps you are an actor who has played several roles and now you want to pursue a totally different kind of roles, right? So it all comes with rebranding. And rebranding really affects you and your circle, also your social media. So since I have done it quite a few times, I learned a lot of things, so I want to share it for you here. Hey! So, and I want to relate it to my story. Not just to, ring my own bell and sort of me, myself, and I. No. Just to give an example. So I started as a professional dancer. So I lived in Germany. I was a professional dancer, like Dancing with the Stars, ballroom, Latin. I was a champion of a lot of championships, open to the world, and all that stuff. So after that, I started studying and then I worked as a diplomat at the UN. So see, very different. You're a dancer, an athlete, right? Then you UN diplomat. Then I started opened my company and produced NBA, NHL halftime entertainment. See, very different. And now I do have Onest TV Network, Onest Media, and the Artists for Justice, so which is one big thing. So if you look at it, you think, has she been jumping around? So any regular type of recruiter, HR person would think, she was probably never good at something or never satisfied. But the thing is, I'm an Aries. I need to do everything 100%. So if I do something, I have to win. If I do it, I have to do 100% or 1000%, So I satisfy myself with a good result and I think, what's there? What's more, right? What I can learn more or where I can benefit people. But if you look at it, dancing or being in front of people gave me confidence. So like now, you probably wouldn't guess that I'm super scared to even talk to you, but I learned not to. I hate the saying, fake it till you make it. No. But I learned how to behave on camera, how to deliver the message as well, right? Because I remember my coach, dance coach would say, the audience pays to watch you perform. They're not paying to figure out your feelings, what's going on inside you, whether you have a diarrhea or you had a fight with somebody. No, they're here to see your performance and to be entertained and to have great mood, right? So deliver what you're there for. And then, so I learned how to present myself. Then for the UN, that was my benefit because I had to address at some point, believe it or not, the entire General Assembly at the UN. And, before literally doing something in my pants, I thought, okay, wait a second. I know how to behave. I know how to deliver a message. Where's my posture? So the dance helped me for that step. And at the UN, I learned how to approach people of certain caliber, people of certain professions, and also how to deliver my message straight up without going all around, and how to build connections, of course, because politics all about connections, right? Also how to provide value for people. Before you ask for something, you provide value. So, that helped me then later on for production, where I worked a lot with people, where producing NBA, NHL, it's a lot of politics, and any business has politics aspect in it, right? But I could deliver my message, I could present myself, and then ultimately here at Onest TV, I love inspiring people. I love delivering messages. Also, it has to be presentable. Also, when you start something, for instance, the very first Artists for Justice, festival, who's going to host it? Okay, I'm going to host it, right? I'm not going to look for a host. So that all actually, if I look in the retrospect, led me to a certain point now where everything I've done is quite useful. So the point is, don't be afraid to rebrand yourself. And, I love reading, I love researching, and I mentioned earlier actors, right? Who perhaps had certain roles and then they need to switch and rebrand themselves even within the profession. So Matthew McConaughey, as you all know, has been very famous actor, right? And his roles were mainly in romantic comedies. He made a lot of money with that. He gained his fame. But at a certain point, he said, I'm more than that. I want to play roles that matter. I want to deliver stories that matter. So not just entertaining people, but I want to go in depth as an actor. And he didn't accept any romantic comedy roles for over a year. And his backup plan was actually to become a teacher. And you can watch on any interviews or read in his book, as I did. And so he almost started pursuing his backup plan. And then he got the calls and callbacks for playing more serious roles, so to speak. And now he's very famous for that as well, right? So you have to be really stubborn and persistent for your vision and in your vision, right? So this is very, very important when you try to rebrand yourself, right? And also, for instance, you're a lawyer and you worked in a big company and now you want to own a business. That comes with a totally different profession. Now you have to be the leader, the boss. You have to work with people. You have to organize people, right? Or you have been a doctor and then now you want to be a coach. Like somebody I really, really love, Dr. Yebo, and she is live right now, so we're gonna watch each other later. I love her content. If you need a coach or you want to watch videos, please go and watch Dr. Yebo, and I'm gonna tag her in the comments here. But she is a pediatrician and has her own business, and now she's a coach. So you have to learn how to rebrand yourself and actually follow your passion. And we're gonna talk about passion too. So why would you rebrand yourself? For instance, you're doing something and you're super successful in what you do, but you feel like, I live only once, and this does not deliver on my mission, on my purpose. I'm not satisfied. I'm making money, I'm going to work 9 to 5, but I really want to do more. Or you're doing something and you think, I want to do something completely different, right? So you can rebrand yourself within the profession or the niche that you have, or you can switch industries altogether. Everything is possible, but what would you expect? So of course you will expect a little pressure from everyone, right? And here's an example about rebranding. If you take business and money aspect out of it completely, when you're a kid and you learn certain things, and or you're a parent and you have kids, it's very difficult to allow yourself to learn from them. Or it's difficult to deliver that message that your parents will actually learn from you, right? If you have like an iPhone or like an iPad, hey mom, hey dad, you got to do it this, and this. Or you have to go on Instagram and they're like, we don't need that, leave it, right? And then perhaps later they kind of open up and learn it. Why? Because you have been branded as a kid, or you have branded your child as a child, right? So you are in charge, you are teaching, not vice versa. And then times change and kids grow up and then they know a bit more in certain levels. And like now we have Gen Z, they're super young, they know everything way better than we do when it comes to technology. So the rebranding happens, and then you see suddenly, oh, everybody sees me as an adult, or I see my kids as adults. That's also rebranding. So it happens in different ways, but what you will face is resistance, of course, because the world loves being comfortable, and we love being comfortable. And if I defined you as a lawyer, I see you as a lawyer. I don't really care how many cakes you bake or how great those cakes are, right? But maybe you want to rebrand yourself, so you have to be persistent in delivering me that message that you are a baker. Yes, you have been a lawyer, but this is your passion. Try my cakes, do the thing, right? Or, if somebody sees you as I don't know, an actor, right? And now you open a business and you're an insurance business. They're like, no, you're an actor. Don't tell me something. I'm not going to listen about insurance, and get advice from an actor. No, you're not that serious, huh? Then you deliver the substance, the message, and people will learn to adjust. And the world learns to adjust. And we actually have been made to adjust to circumstances. And that's where growth comes from, right? Of course, you're going to lose some, you're going to win many, right? So you're going to lose some people, and you're going to win some. And the best example here is social media. For instance, you have an account, like I have 32,000 subscribers on my personal account. Of course, they come from all sorts of places. As I told you, they come to me as a dancer, as a UN person, and then as an NBA person. And then, oh, she's on Onest TV, she wants to inspire people. She's going live about mindset and business, huh? No, let me stick here. I'm not gonna like any of her posts. Let's hope she goes back to dance, because I like that. Or she goes back to UN or whatever. So you will face resistance. You will see decline in likes because you're gonna suddenly post something totally different, right? Or people will just unfollow you. And that's okay. Because, think of it as before the Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all of that Disney Plus situation, and what's there, HBO, where we now can switch on and watch exactly what we want when we want it. So it's very customized to our immediate need. Before, when you watch regular television, how many times did you have to switch the channels until you found something you wanted to watch? Maybe you watch 5 minutes, you switch again. That's the thing. Same thing happens here on social media. So maybe they don't want to have my advice now, but they see there's not much dance happening, so they unfollow. And that's okay, right? Because some people are there for a season, some people are there for a reason. Comes to social media as well. And the other point is algorithm. So I really do all the marketing and have always done marketing for my companies. So I'm not gonna get too tacky because I don't want to lose you here, but the algorithm works this way. When you post something, it shows your content to the 10% of your following. And if they like and share and respond and get busy, then it starts showing to another 20%, 30, 40. And that's how people go viral, right? So the algorithm is trained by you, that you're posting your post with a certain music or a certain design, certain hashtags, people react certain way to them. So once you start posting something totally different, it throws it off, right? And perhaps your clientele or your following is not really responding to that, so they will drown that and wait for you to post what used to be successful. So if you are persistent with that, you will actually teach the algorithm to adjust. But you have to be persistent with that. It takes guts, and you have to remove your attention from really, being focused on the likes. Oh, people like me, they don't like me, to your internal like. Okay, here, we're back. You have to go back to your internal situation. Do I like what I'm posting? Am I gonna continue with that or not? Right? And people will like, some likes will come. What else you can do also is, if you have a successful account on social media, you have two options here as well. You can also create another account and really post only new content there, see when it grows, and then you invite people from your main account, say, okay, I'm concentrating on this, please continue following me there because I'm archiving this account. Also, what you can do, for instance, yes, I have 32K on Instagram, but when I open Onest TV, people don't really respond to what I'm doing here on Instagram. So I started building up Pinterest, which I haven't done before. And so, hi Tita, I'm talking about rebranding. So, and you know, I started growing the Pinterest, and on Pinterest, when I'm posting everything that has to do with Onest TV, with Artists for Justice, we have 800,000 views and subscribers there. So see, I'm not concentrating on the Instagram that is very connected to UN and dance and NBA and all of that, and I'm building something new. So you have options, you have to really diversify your social media scheme, right? So what other thing you can do is also to start a different sort of media. For instance, if you concentrated on videos and pictures, now you can start blogging. Now you can explore Medium. So introduce you in a new way, in a new aura, so to speak, to the new audience. And then, because there you will get the likes, you will get the followers, that will bring you the confidence to then say, hi, I don't care about Instagram. I'm building this new account, which will be fabulous. I'm gonna give it time. Okay? So that's what you can do. But also be very mindful. When you're switching gears completely, if you're earning money on social media and that's one of your main income streams, be very mindful because you're gonna lose that, right? Less likes, less followers. So really either have savings or have other account that already works so you can diversify and sort of archive one thing before you start the other, or vice versa, right? So I put some notes and I want to make sure that yes, and also expect change in your circle. As I already mentioned, you're gonna lose friends who see you as a friend who sings or dances or is an accountant, and they don't really want to readjust. Maybe they have their certain fears inside of them when they think, oh, why is she or he pursuing all of this and I'm here stuck with my thing? I'm gonna be jealous, I'm gonna be competing, right? So perhaps this was a friend for a season. So and you will also be introduced to a different circle. Like now I'm meeting a lot of people who are producers, who are in Hollywood, who are in TV world, or who are entrepreneurs. So I'm very detached from the NBA, right? And before I was a lot, connected with NBA people and, who produce and run things for NBA teams. And now it's very different. And perhaps, yes, we actually have plans to interact again, but it's not my main circle. Yes. So, and also expect lower income. I mentioned that. Change of circle, low interaction, social media. I mentioned that too. Expect misunderstanding, maybe even from your family when they think, I don't understand, what is she doing? And then later they will, right? And hi guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm talking about rebranding. And so, but on the contrary, the positive things you can wait for, of course, new circle of friends and connections, as I just mentioned. Also the kick in the back, because if you are now a startup in this new industry or in a new profession, you have the motivation, because the only way is forward and up, right? Up and above. So you have that motivation. So really be consistent with everything you do, and then really neglect the resistance that you're facing, because you're gonna have some positive respect here too. So high motivation, fulfillment, and also this is very important. Before you start deciding that, okay, I've been an actor and now I want to be a writer, or I've been an accountant, now I want to be a lawyer, or I've been one sort type of lawyer, I want to be a different type of lawyer, right? So you're switching your professions within the industry or the industry as a whole. Think about it. Okay, you might be maybe passionate about things, right? But what can you do consistently? Recently, I heard this saying where a gentleman said, I'm not gonna commit to something unless I'm ready to do it for 100 days. So think about it. It's the same as if you do a diet. You choose a diet that you can keep, over 21 days, 30 days, or whatever. Or better, you choose a lifestyle that you're comfortable with, and to persistently do it. So, and I feel like 100 days is a really great sort of metric, because when it not comes to diets, I mean, lifestyle is great, but of course you don't want to restrict yourself, and really that's a different story. But when it comes to your, let's say, social media, you want to be a content creator, really commit to 100 days and decide, am I ready? Am I willing to do it every day for 100 days? And then you see the result. Because that's a little bit more than 3 months. It's sort of like a quarter that gives you enough flexibility to adjust later on, but you're gonna learn a lot. If you're just gonna do it for 1 week, or every other day, or maybe once in a blue moon, and also don't overpromise people. When you're on YouTube, you see so many people say, oh, it's gonna be daily motivation, and you see last time they posted in February. You're like, it's May, where's the daily thing? So promise what you can deliver, and then you can over deliver. Let's say you say, hey, I'm going live once a month. And then if you feel like going extra times, that's going to be your extra live stream, right? And here's something special, I'm coming live because I want to deliver this special message that came to my spirit. I want to share it, right? So rather over deliver than over promise. Yes. So then what to keep in mind financially wise, and also research, test, plan to make the right decision that will fulfill you, right? And also research the market. Is what you want to offer and do, is that needed? Is there a demand for it, right? So this is very important. So put your enough time into research, and then start testing it out before you announce it to people. I know we all are sort of driven the way that I have a new idea, I want to announce it to the whole world. As they say, the business, the love, the relationships, it loves the quiet time. Prepare everything, research, decide that you want to commit, start doing it. By doing it, you will get the confidence, and then share it with the world. Okay? Hi, Max. Hi, darling. I'm talking about rebranding and switching professions, switching, within the industry or industry as a whole, and what to do and what I learned by doing that. Okay? So, and final tip is be consistent. Stick to it. We all have those days. One day I'm very eager to do the reels or to do everything Onest TV. And other days I'm waking up, I'm like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to see that red thing from Onest TV. Let me be. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to edit. I don't want to interview anybody. Leave me alone. For that reason, the days when you're super eager and motivated, you do create content in advance. Yes? So you can structure yourself. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's when I have makeup. That's when I have everything. That's when I'm creating content. And then I'm posting it once a day, 3 times a day. 3 times a day works the best usually. And so you have something in the drafts, right? In demand. So when you feel like, I don't want to do it, you can always repost it, right? So you can post what you haven't posted before. Don't repost things. Yes? Because of algorithm. So you can use content in advance. So be mindful. We all humans. Sometimes we love what we do, and sometimes we just don't feel like it. It's fine. But in general, you love what you do. And of course, it has to align with your passion. For instance, what I realized, I really loved teaching dance. I loved it. Either when it was a professional and I would, I would try, to find that way to explain something, how to do it. And they're like, I don't feel it. Then, oh, yes, that was it. Or it would be a wedding couple and somebody really doesn't want to learn anything there. Like a guy or a girl is coming in, who's like, oh God, I have to survive this. And this was my challenge. I loved it, to teach them the way that they would leave the class and think, oh my God, I actually love this. This is actually exciting. And I thought it was all about dance. But then when I really, went really micro in it, I realized I love teaching people, inspiring them, and sort of igniting this sort of spark where they feel like, oh, life is less complicated and actually more fun. And I want to live. I want to learn. I want like that, the light in the eyes, like, yes, That's my intention. So whether it comes to business or it comes to your inspiration or anything, or even at UN, it doesn't work, and I would find ways, and like, I got this information, like, oh my God, yes, I live for that, oh my God, yes. And so Onest TV is actually designed this way. Every program, everything, I set a clear intention. If we ever had a meeting together or will have a meeting, you will hear the word intention 1,000 times. What's our intention here? For this interview, for this festival, for this, what's our clear intention? Because if you are clear in your message, this will, so to speak, hit the nerve. People will feel it. Oh, that's what they feel, and that's the aha moment. And if in television, on television, if we show something and we can, get that spark going with 46 million people or whatever, whoever is on Roku TV, or now we had 1.6 million people watching, imagine there's 1.6 pairs of eyes going, oh my God, yes, right? Or even if it's 1% of them, that's amazing. So see, that purpose or that vision brought me to Onest TV, and everything kind of worked out. So don't be afraid to switch things. And now the tip from Jeff Bezos, who is creator of Amazon and of course Blue Origin, the richest man alive. I watched a lot of his videos, actually all his interviews. I'm not really proud of it, but now you have an insight how I spend my evenings and nights. But I figured one tip that he gave in few interviews that really depicts and describes his vision when it comes to career. And I really want you to listen to it. Please listen to it. Please write it down, because this will change your perspective. Now, he says, you can have a job or a career or a calling. If you can somehow figure out your calling, that's the big thing. That's when you hit the jackpot, right? Because you can have a job that brings you money. You can have a career that brings you more money, or you can have a calling. And see, you can have a lot of passions. Let's say I'm passionate about talking, or I'm passionate about being on TV, or I'm passionate about dance, or whatever. So I have to connect a few passions together and see, okay, that's what I can do. That's what I'm excited about. And then can I monetize it? Is there value for it? Do I create value? Is there demand for it? Is there potential growth for it? Okay, that could be my profession now. That's what I do. And does it really come together with my purpose, right? And my vision? Okay, this really delivers on my purpose, so that is my calling, right? So you can connect it to your calling. So my personal advice, the very last one, is be flexible when it comes to details. So be flexible to your what and how, right? Be flexible on the how. You want to go and climb Mount Everest, but be flexible how you're going to do it. Because maybe you plan it one way, circumstances change, maybe you test it, you need to adjust. So be flexible on how, but be resilient, stubborn as hell. Resilient and stubborn when it comes to your what and why. Yes? So I want to build Onest TV. Why do I want to do it? I want to inspire people. I want to reinvent entertainment. That's what I want to do. But I'm flexible on how. If you convince me that this show is going to deliver on that, great. Maybe I didn't plan on it. Maybe you convince me this movie is great. Maybe I didn't plan on it. And this is just my example. But you can always think it for you. So be super stubborn when it comes to what do you do and why. And be flexible on how. Yes? Okay, I hope this was useful. So today we talked about rebranding yourself, changing gears, changing lanes, changing professions or whole industries. And I just shared with you what I learned and some tips. First, what to expect, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the happy. And also how to navigate it, and also how to, adjust your social media. That's exactly what I learned. And shared some tips. Jeff Bezos, my personal So you have the drill. And please comment, please share it, please like it, because your response is my signal whether this should continue or in this format, different format. We're gonna have some guests here, always a topic, and then a guest will deliver on that topic. We're gonna have conversation, maybe more than one guest. I'd love to keep it here on Instagram first, and then of course it is reposted on Facebook and YouTube, podcast, so we'll see where people really watch it. Please let me know what you want me to talk about. And one of the most important messages today, I wish a wonderful and very happy Mother's Day to all mothers and mother figures. Tomorrow, what is it? May 9th. In America, at least, it is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all moms, to all fur moms, grandmoms, grandmoms, and all mother figures. You are amazing. You make this world a better place, and you are our guardian angels on earth here. We love you. Please cherish your mom every day, but especially tomorrow. Please make your mom feel really appreciated every minute of the day. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope to see you next week because we continue.